Hi, YouTube. Welcome back. We're doing more coding today. I would love to bang out the rest of these challenges today. I feel like realistically, I'll only be able to do these two. Because when I think about it, I'm like, oh, there's only 5 challenges per article. But then there's always one challenge. There's always one challenge that pisses me off. There's always one challenge I get stuck on. I can't do it. I want to say also today, I have the Python documentation up on the other monitor because I was reading the YouTube comments from the last stream. And at some point during the stream, I was like, oh, I want to have the documentation up, but I feel like I'm cheating. And the first comment I saw was like, it's not cheating. Just use the documentation. So I have the documentation up on the side. Yeah. Been watching your coding VODs and you're doing great. A bit of advice though, every time you're unsure of a method, syntax, variable, etc., don't guess. Stop and put it inside print and then run it before you code the rest of the program. It'll help you validate your thought process as you go and make debugging a little easier. Wait, what? Stop and put it in print? What happens if I put it in print? Doesn't it just print like the text that I wrote? How does that help? This isn't me challenging you. I just don't really get it. That's all. Yes. I know. I need to stop being like, I need to store all the information in my brain. I know. I was just being a little baby. They just mean print variables and things to see rather than just checking the end result. Print variables. But why would I print it if it's already written in front of me in the what is it called? The module? You know what I mean? I'm gonna test that in the next challenge and just see what it looks like. Printing variables is a good way to debug what the program is doing. Okay, well, we'll try it because I don't really get what it does. So maybe if I just do it, I'll understand. Okay. I think we did this one. We did this one. We did over 9,000. Did we do max num? We did max num. Did I get this one right or was this the one I messed up on? Okay, we got it. Same values. Okay, this is where we left off. Okay. In this challenge, we need to find the indices in 2 equally sized lists where the numbers match. Where the numbers match. So like -10 and 3 and 5. Oh, 0, 2, 3, 0. Huh? Zoe, thank you. Dude, Zoe, you just missed it. I'm not joking. I literally just said happy Trans Day of Visibility, and then I went like this. And it's the last day of Women's History Month, so I'm going to visib you multiple 30 seconds. How was that? Was that 30 seconds? I can't count. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. We will be iterating through both of them at the same time and comparing the values. If the numbers are equal, then we record the index. Oh, the index. That's why. So 0 because it's 5, 2 because -10, 3 because it's 3. Okay. Okay. Write a function named same values. Same values that takes 2 lists of numbers of equal size parameters. So would it be list 1, list 2? The function should return a list of the indices where the values were equal in list 1, list 2. For example, the following code should return 0, 2, 3. Ooh, fuck. Okay. I feel like I took notes on how to pick out the same thing. So, sorry, I'm sniffly. I took notes on how it can pick out the same thing. Is it count? Wasn't it count? Count takes in value and counts occurrences. Oh, so that's not exactly what I need. Oh, shit, it's indices. I don't know how to get it to show in indices. I hate index. That sound is how index makes me feel. Thank you, Gothams. Here's my monetary contribution to Women's History Month. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, shit, I don't know. The closest I got. Oh, I could do dot index also. Dot count. Okay, so what if I made a new list? So it could be list 3 equals and then empty brackets. And then I could do list 1 dot count takes in value and counts occurrences. Oh, but I'd have to count. How do I count every value? Would I leave it empty? I'm not on the right track. I'm just telling y'all now, we're starting off slow. I'm going to look at the hint though. Loop through all of the indices of each list using for index in. Oh, dude, if I have to read the words range len one more time, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. Loop through all of the indices. So I have to loop. Range len makes me want to start crying. And it's with index. Yeah, I'm going to start crying. Okay. We're off to a good start. It would be a for loop, right? Because we have a stopping point already that we know, which is the end of the list. Loop through all of the indices for each list using for index in range len list 1 and compare list 1 index to list 2 index. Append index to a new list if those two items are equal. Okay. Okay. I feel like this hint just told me what to do. What happens if you print range len? Okay, hold on. Print range len. Just range len or list 1. Oh. Okay, well that didn't fucking work. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me comment this. Let me make my own list. List 1 equals 1, 2, 3. Okay, print range len list 1. Under my desk, there's about 5 bricks of C4 that I've planted and a button. The second I press that button, it's all over. Line 6, print it. Oh, no, I don't care about this. Range 0 to 3. 0 to 3? What? Oh, but it's not printing the indexes, it's printing the value or the elements. Because range is how many items are in there. But then how do I get it to print the index? I'm going to start crying. Okay. I'm going to start crying. Loop through all the indices of each list using for index in range len. Okay, so this would be for index in range len list 1. Compare list 1. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. For index and range len list 1. Then it would be, I would also, before I could compare them, I would have to, wouldn't I have to do the same? I would have to do for index and range len list 2 also, so that they are both within the same scope. For index in range len list 2. If list, oh, Jesus Christ, this is breaking my brain. I forgot this is the advanced section. If, wait, what if I did index 1, index 2, and then I said if index 1 equals index 2, wait, list 3 equals. If index 1 equals index 2. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're not off to a great start today, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. This is gibberish. I'm not reading the chat because you guys spoil everything I'm trying to learn. Every time I try to learn something, I look over for a split second and someone tells me how to do it. And I won't learn if I don't learn how to do it by myself. Index 1 equals index 2. List 3 dot append. And then return list 3. How many errors is this going to give me? Here we go. Line 11. Oh. List dot 3 append. I thought this was just add whatever. If index 1 equals index 2, then what if it's index 1 plus equals list 3? I should just select all and hit delete. I need someone over my shoulders right now to be like, go ahead and delete all that code for me real quick. Go ahead and delete all that code for me real quick. Okay, hold on. For index in range len list 1, wouldn't I need that also for list 2? Compare list 1 index to list 2 index. Append the index to a new list if those two items are equal. So would it... Isn't that what I tried to do? Wait, so what if I did for index in range len list 1 and then for index in range... Okay. If list 1 index equals list 2 index... list 1 index plus equals list 3, and then return list 3. How about now? No. I'm going to look at the answer. I can't do this all day. Oh my God, this was so close. So I didn't even have to do the extra full, I didn't have to do the list 2 thing. Wait, how come I don't have to do the list 2 thing? Hold on. Okay, so I made the new list, so I did that right. For index and range len list 1. If list 1 index equals list 2 index, new list dot append index. Oh, I had to put index in the append thing and then return. I was close. So for index and range, if, what'd they say? If list 1 index equals list 2 index, new list dot append. I was close. List 3 dot append index. I was close. You know, considering I was so fucking confused, I was close. Append needs an argument to work. I thought I had learned something that was like, if you leave it empty, it just adds whatever you asked it to. I didn't know it needed an argument. Okay, this is good knowledge. Yeah, for anyone who's like, does she read the chat? When I'm trying to solve a problem, I do not read the chat because I know that some people can't help themselves in being like, this is what you do. And while I know it comes from a place of love and care and helping, I need to figure it out in my own time on my own terms, you know? So unless I'm specifically like, chat, can you tell me what to do here? Please don't tell me. I don't want to know. I will figure it out. Reverse list. For the final challenge, we are going to test 2 lists to see if the second list is the reverse of the first list. Oh. Reverse? Reverse. That's so interesting. I can use sort reverse. I can use dot sort parentheses reverse equals true. Okay. Okay, there are a few different ways to approach this, but we are going to try a method that iterates through each of the values in one direction for the first list and compares them against the values starting from the other direction in the second list. Here's what you need to do. Define a function that has 2 input parameters for a list, loop through every index in one of the lists from beginning to end, range len index. Within the loop, compare the element in the first list at the current index against the element at the second list last. Oh, so we're gonna do the bracket colon bracket thing. They don't want me to do the dot sort reverse equals true thing. If there was a mismatch, then the lists aren't reversed and we can return false. If the loop ended successfully, then we know the lists are reversed and we can return true. Okay. Okay, cool. So this one should return true. This one should return false. Got it. Okay. Define reversed list. List 1, list 2. The function should return true if list 1 is the same as list 2 reversed. The function should return false otherwise. Okay. Did they say they wanted me to loop through everything? Okay. Loop through every index in one list begin. Okay, hold on. So for X in list 1, not list 11. Loop through every index in one of the lists from beginning to end. Oh, every index. So it would be for X in range len list 1. If list 1 if list 1 I can use a variable for it. Okay. So first blank elements. So would it be if list 1 X colon empty equals list 2 empty colon X? Return true, else return false. I feel like I'm missing something. And then I did write a loop, but I feel like I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see what error I get. Because I know I'm going to get one. So the top one should be true. The bottom one should be false. Fuck. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I have tea. Okay. What made it return false right away? It didn't loop. Did I write? Hold on. Oh, okay. How would I do this with the indexes? Oh, wait, I fucking put a space here. I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be it. well, you know, it is wrong, but it didn't come back with an error. I didn't get an error. Okay, so I know it's this, but I feel like I'm doing this wrong. If list... Would this have to be a different... No, it could still be X, surely. It wouldn't have to be like Y. For X in range list... Range len list 1, if list... There's like a parameter missing here because I feel like all I'm saying is if the first and the last index are the same, then return true. But I need it to loop through, and I'm not sure how to. What if I did X here, because that would stop at the first element, and then I did negative X here because it would stop at the last one? Fuck. I feel like I just did it like backwards. Okay, where am I messing up? Compare list 1 index to list 2. Chat room, what the hell? What is list 2 len list 2 dash 1 dash index? What the fuck is this? If those two items are not equal, return false. If you loop through the entire list, you never return false. That means that every item was equal. You should return true. List 1 index. It needs to be, wait, what the fuck? Let's say the lists are of size 5. You want to compare list 1, 0 with list 2, 4. List 1 with list 2, 3, so on. Loop through the numbers created by ranged list using variable name index. Again. So if compare list 1 index to list 2 len list 2 minus 1 minus index. This too advanced for me. I think I flew a little too close to the sun. What do you mean you're minusing index? That's what I need to compare. List 2, bracket, len list 2 minus 1 minus index? Why are you minusing index if that's what I need to... Well, now they're both true. Well, no, they were both false before, now they're both true. What the fuck? I'm just looking at the answer, I don't care. For index in range len list 1. Okay, I got that part right. If list 1 index does not equal list 2 len list 2 minus 1 minus index, return false. Oh, I put return true. Wait. Yeah, that would be return true. Because this says does not equal return false, but this is return true. I'm being held at gunpoint for this. I'm being held at gunpoint. They will fucking return true again. If list 1 index does not equal list 2, len list 2 minus 1 minus index, return false, otherwise return true. I literally did that. Does it need to be down here? Fuck that one. I'll come back to that one another time. Jesus Christ. You need to think through the whole process. Basil, thank you so much. I'm about to put us in emote only mode. I'm about to put us in emote only mode. Listen, saying you need to think is not helping, okay? It's really not. I'm not trying to be rude, but coming into the chat and saying you need to think, that is not helping, okay? I might just not look at chat while I'm doing this next one. I fucking broke the page. I broke the code and it's just think. Okay, you know what? Y'all are in timeout for about 5 minutes. I can't. I need to be left alone. I know, listen, I'm saying this from my heart. I know that you guys are trying to help. I know that you're trying to help. I know that it comes from a good place. But sometimes it's not helpful. Sometimes it's not helpful to come into my chat and say, you need to think. So just sit in timeout for about 5 minutes and then I'll release it, okay? And in the meantime, I'm just gonna struggle and that's okay. Oh, this isn't even an advanced one, so this one should be okay. Should. Keyword should. As a refresher, function syntax looks like this. We've only been doing functions this whole time. Function that returns the sum of the first and last elements of a given list would look like this. Yes. Okay. 10th power. Ooh! Let's create some functions which can help us solve math problems. For the first function, we are going to take the 10th power of a number. In order to do this, we need to do 3 things. Set up function header, take 10th power of the input value, return the result. Okay. So define 10th power num. Function should return num raised to the 10th power. So it would be num raised 10 return num. That should do it. 1, 0, 1024. Okay, I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh my God, I need to make it a variable. Hold on. It needs to be 10 equals num to the 10th power and then return 10. Let's move on. Square root. Set up the function header for square root function. We can create this using similar steps from the last problem. This code will look very similar. Square root. Use exponents to return the square root. Is that the fucking same thing? I'm Googling. YouTube comments told me I could Google, and that's what I'm going to do. Are exponents and square root the same thing? Oh, roots are the opposite of an exponent and are finding the base with a given exponent. So maybe it would be 10 * num. Define square root num. So then it would be root equals O. Write a function named square root that has one parameter named num. Use exponents to return the square root of num. Is now a good time to say I was homeschooled? I know the programmers not being able to chat right now is making them rip their eyeballs out. Being like, what do you mean you don't know square root? Some of us were homeschooled, okay? I'm sorry, you're being muzzled and you're just going to have to deal with it. So root equals, how do I make this an equation? Root, would it be root square num? Wait, but how would you put an equal? Write a function named square root that has one parameter named num. Use exponents to return the square root of num. You know what? Everyone told me I could Google stuff. How do you find the square root of a number? You are looking for a value that, when multiplied by itself, equals the original number. Huh? So it would be num, it would be root equals num exponent num. How do you calculate the square root of a number? Don't give me a video. I don't know how to find the square root of a number. No one's given me a straight answer. I'm just going to do this and see what happens. Return root. Should print 4, should print 10. No, this doesn't make sense, because if you, if I'm trying to find the square root of 16, but I have 16 times 16, it's just going to be 16 times 16. Right? Ah! Should print 4. Well, it did print 4 here. It did print 4 here, and then this said should print 10, and it did print 10 here. So I think I got it right. Okay, you know what? You know what I should be doing? Let's look through the Python documentation. Square root. Mathematical functions for complex numbers. Oh my God. Why is it telling me to use .squirt? cmath.squirt parentheses x returns the square root of x. I love coding. Wait, can I just do that? Can I just do that? What is it? cmath.squirt. Root equals, would it be num.squirt x? No! I really thought squirt was going to work. I just want to say I hope y'all are in pain right now. We're at 2 pregnant emotes. Check, keep them coming. Okay, hold on a second. We need to stop. LT, why are you posting mpreg Sonic? Okay. In Python, how do you find the square root of a number? Everything's telling me to use .squirt. What the hell? Import the math module. Okay, well, I can't do that. I don't think it wanted me to import. Let's look up a hint. Remember to use def when defining the function. Thank you. To take the square root of a value, you can use the operator ***. The square root of a number is the same as taking half the power of the number. For example, square root of 6 would look like... Well, Jesus Christ. Okay. 6. Listen, sometimes you just got to look up the answer. No? Okay, fuck. Wait, I put 6. I need to put num. I did it! Yay! That was so easy, you guys. Guys, that was so easy. All right. I'm letting you out of emote only mode. Don't make me regret this. Return num. Oh, I could have just done return. I didn't even have to make a whole new variable. So I could do return num star 0.5. Oh, handy. Yeah, girl, don't talk to me about math. I just want you to know I'm a very brave person in the way that I'm interested in learning coding, but I'm not interested in learning math. Not at all. Okay, win percentage. Next, we'll create a function which calculates the percentage of games won. In order to do this, we will need to know how many total games there were and divide the number of wins by the total of number of games. For this function, there will be 2 input parameters, the number of wins and the number of losses. That's interesting because the only way to divide that I know of is the modulo thing. But that's not even really division, it's just finding the remainder. I'm looking through my notes, sorry. Modulo, symbol that gives remainder in calculation / division. Okay, this one's gonna be tricky for me. Define the function header with 2 parameters, wins and losses. Calculate the total number of games using the number of wins and losses. Get the ratio of winning using the number of wins out of the total number of games. Convert the ratio to a percent. Convert it to a percentage? Would that be converting it to a float? Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have the documents up for this one. I don't even know how to get a ratio. I hate math. This is all math. I hate math. One thing about me, I hate math. Okay, define win percentage, wins, losses. Hi, Fee. Hi. This function should return out the total percentage of games won by a team based on these 2 numbers. Okay. Wouldn't I need to know how many total games there were? Oh, so the total is 10. Okay, so it would be, I would have to make total equals, total equals wins plus losses so that it can calculate the total. I know the total for both is 10, but whatever. And then we would do how do I return 2 parameters? Because once you type return, the whole function's over. So I actually don't know how you'd return 2 parameters. Total equals wins plus losses. So then it would be total wins, maybe win percentage equals wins divided by, modulo total equals 0. And then loss percentage equals losses modulo total equals 0. But then what happens if it's not 0? What if I just put modulo and nothing else? I feel like that won't work if I just put modulo. Let me look up modulo. Can I just say, have y'all seen the Python documents? This is not easy. Oh my God, please stop telling me the answer. You guys, my brain's about to explode inside my skull. I would rather just Google it. How to use modulo in Python. Syntax A modulo B, where A is the dividend and B is the divisor. It would be wins divided by total. But do I have to put 0? And then how do I return it so that that's what it... Because I need to return wins and losses, but I don't think I can return them both. Or would I do... Oh, it doesn't even want the loss percentage. Does it? These just want win percentage. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, it doesn't even want losses. I'm thinking too much about this. Okay, so win percentage equals wins divided by total. But it wants it in a percentage, and I don't know how to do that. Python, how to convert number to percentage. I'm assuming I convert it to a float. Percentage equals number times 100. Well, then it would give me like 500. Oh, this is for decimal. So I'm just going to see what happens when I do this. Oh, no, I can't do this. Hold on. Win percent. There. I'm just going to do this and see where it gives me an error. Okay, 100. Sick. So where did I fuck it up? It's just like you won 5 times, and it's like, yeah, that's so true. How did I get stuck with math today? Oh, no, I'm getting true, false. Fuck. I hate math. Win percent equals wins divided by total. We're looking at the hint. Copy paste the entire web page into ChatGPT. Nor. That was toxic as hell for saying, please don't give me the answer. We have okay. I have like 6 stream tags that all say, please no backseating. Please don't tell me what to do. I need to learn, and I can't learn if you guys are telling me what to do. Because like, God forbid one day I want to be a programmer, and I'm like, well, I don't have chat next to me to tell me what to do. I'm trying to learn on my own. I know that like when people are trying to give me the answer and stuff, They're trying to do it as a way to like make my life easier. Like they're trying to be nice and be like, I want to help you understand this, but it's not helping. I get that it comes from a good place, but it's not helping. I don't want the answer. At least until I'm ready to get like a hint or whatever. I don't think it's toxic to say, hey, please stop backseating for the 7th time. Is all I ask. In order to calculate the ratio of wins out of total games, we can use... When have I been able to use forward slash? Forward slash was always a thing? I thought it was just modulo. I don't have any notes on forward slash. I don't have any notes on forward slash. Okay. Wins. Oh, so I don't even have to do this. I do have to multiply it by 100. Okay. So I don't even have to do all this. I could do no, actually I'm going to do that just so I can like actually get through this and wins plus losses. And then I could do wins divided by total, or sorry, win equals wins divided by total. How long? I'm literally asking you guys a question that you can't answer because I think it's funny. How long have I been able to use forward slash as dividing? I swear to God, I was only taught modulo. That's crazy. Okay. Wins divided by total. Win equals wins divided by total. And then win percent equals win times 100. Yay! Yay! How long? How long have I been able to use forward slash? That's crazy. Oh! Return ratio 1. This is another new thing I'm learning. I didn't know you could return an equation. I didn't know you could say return ratio 1, but times it by 100. That's new information to me. Okay, average. Let's create a function which takes the average of two numbers. These two numbers will be the input of the function, and the output will be the average of the two. In order to do this, we need to do a few steps. Define the function with two input parameters, num1 and num2. Calculate the sum of the two numbers. Divide the sum by the number of inputs to the function. Number of inputs. By 2? Because it's the number of inputs? Wait, oh my God. Write a function named average, num1, num2. The average of these two numbers. Calculate the sum of two numbers. Okay, sum equals num1 plus num2. And then divide the sum by the number of inputs in the function. So it would be 2 because there's two parameters. Python. Are inputs and parameters the same thing? Close enough. So it would be some oh, could I do return sum divided by 2? Print average Average of 1 and 100 is 50.5. Average of 1 and -1 is 0. Oh! I returned an equation. Woo! Okay, remainder. Oh! See this? Clap, you fucks. No, they're mad. I put them in timeout. I understand. I'll take you guys out of timeout for the advanced one. I know how to do this. This is the thing I thought was the only division I could do, is the modulo. For the final challenge in this group, we are going to take the remainder of two numbers while performing other mathematical operations on them. We're going to multiply the numerator by 2 and divide the denominator by 2. Hello. Did you want to come say hi? We're going to multiply the numerator by 2 and divide the denominator by 2. After the two values have been modified, we will divide them also and return the remainder. In order to do this, we will need to define the function, multiply the first input value by 2, divide the second input value by 2. Okay, this was not going where I thought it was going. Calculate the remainder of the modified first input value, divide by the modified second input value using modulus. Modulus. Clap, please. Okay, Wasabi, do you want to help? So we're gonna write a function called remainder. Remainder, and then it's gonna be num1, num2, colon, enter. Are you writing this down? So, should return the remainder of twice num1 divided by half of num2. Okay, so we could do rem1 equals num1 times 2, and then rem2 equals, fuck. This is hard. Equals num2 divided by, oh, Jesus Christ. Stop. You have to pick either my arms or the floor. No. Num2 divided by 2, and then we need return stop. Return rem1 modulo, where's the percent sign? Modulo rem2. I'm literally going to put you in timeout in a second. Print 2, print 0. A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. With gentle hands and the heart of a fighter, I'm a survivor. This website loves to be like, oh yeah, that code you just wrote, it could have been a lot smaller. I took you guys out of emote only mode. Oh God, you freed them again. I know. Learning modulo before division is interesting. Well, that's why I was like, you can use the /. That's crazy. Hi. Hi. You comfy? I'll squish in my arms. Operands is when you learn the math symbols. You also learned floor, which is floor? I wish my cat would learn floor. I wonder if they just had a small page on operators. Now that I realize it, I remember there were times where articles would show up. Articles would come up and chat would be like, oh, you don't need to learn this right now or whatever. And we would just skip it. So it's very possible I skipped it. No. You can either have my arms or you can be on the floor. Those are your options. You can't be on the desk. Wiping your dirty litter piss paws all over my nice IKEA desk. Articles that like articles like determiners like a and the what? His little litter collectors, his little litter dust paws. His little litter dust paws. It's possible they did teach me and I forgot, but I feel like I remember being like, oh, the only way you can divide is doing modulo. That's pretty gnarly. Freezing chicken. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. How are you? Where have you been? Most of the community is quite good at respecting the no elp. I really wish everyone will learn to be respectful. Starry's still fuming at people not respecting. Well, the thing is, like, I tried to be as gentle as possible because I know when people give me the answer, it's because they're trying to help. I know it's not meant to be like rude or anything, but it is a little frustrating when we have like a whole ass emote that says don't help. We have a pinned message at the top of chat that says don't tell her the answer. I have 6 different stream tags that all say no backseating. Like I don't know at this point what more I could do to be like, hey guys, please stop giving me the answer. I'm trying to learn. You know? I am trying to learn. It is frustrating. And then I'm toxic when I time them out and say, hey, don't do that. So that's fun. I think he's falling asleep. Nope, never mind. Hi. You're such a beautiful boy. You got such pretty eyes. I guess asking questions to try to prompt you to find the answer for yourself is also fully banned. Yes. That would be backseating. That would be backseating. There have been times where I'm like, hey, chat, I genuinely need an answer. Can you help me with this thing? Or I'll be like, this is a yes or no question so that I can still get help, but like in the least helpful way possible. But like, I will never learn if people just keep giving me the answer. I will never learn if people keep giving me the answer when I'm not looking for help. As a teacher, I disagree. And that's fine. You're allowed to disagree, but I'm not asking for help. But you're not her teacher. Anne said it, not me. Like, if I'm not asking for it, I want to be left alone so I can figure it out. You know? I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't think it's too hard to respect someone who says, don't give me the answer. Or don't give me a hint or whatever, unless I'm looking for one specifically. Yeah, I don't know why this would be up for debate. If I'm saying, don't give me the answer, I feel like it's pretty simple. You know? We need to move on to the advanced one. Also, as a teacher, Avery's right. Oh, the teachers are fighting. The teachers are fighting at the gig. The teachers are fighting. Wasabi, the teachers are fighting. He might legit be falling asleep. There have even been times where, like, I've asked chat, hey, chat, if I do this thing, will it work? And chat responds with, I don't know, try it. Which I feel like that's the best way to teach. To encourage them to try, literally, to just be like, see what happens. Because either it works or I get an error. And that's, like, how I learn. You know? He is just a baby. And I love him so much, but I can't code like this. The true answer is to snuggle Wasabi. Man, I wish it was. Oh, Targzip, thank you. That's really nice. I appreciate it. I think, like, the people who can't help but like give hints or backseat, I think probably belong in a stream where someone is actually trying to like code a game or something, or like code a program, and are like, oh man, this thing's not working. How do I fix it? Because they're not learning. They've already learned. You know what I mean? Do you want me to get them? Now you guys got Twitch staff mad. Now you guys, you're on the train. You're on the train to getting your accounts banned. That's not true, but it is funny. Yeah, it's because I'm trying to learn. And I think the people who can't help but help should probably be in a coding stream where someone is like, oh man, I'm trying to make this program, but something isn't working and I don't know what. I think that's probably the best place for you to be. I forgot I was on my work account. Admins, take this man's balls away. Admins, castrate this man. I love you so much, but I need to put you down. I can't code like this. I can't text-to-speech code. This is too much. Can I go put you on the bed? I thought he died. He wasn't moving. Wasabi? I know you're awake. Can I put you down on the bed? Give me 1 second, chat. I want to finish this so we can get back to learning new things, because we've been doing this review section for like 3 weeks. So, give me a second. Come on, buddy. We're going to bed. My cats are so heavy. They're both like 13 pounds, which like, it's within the average weight, but so heavy. Okay, so I'm a little scared because this was the easy version of functions, and the next one is going to be the advanced version. So this one may actually be me saying, hey, chat, how do I write this formula? If it's more math, I might just straight up be like, chat, how do I write a formula? Because I don't give a shit about math. I do care about coding, but I don't give a shit about math. So we'll see. But wait until she says it. Wait. I could find a sound on my soundboard so that you guys know when you're allowed to, wait, what could the sound be? This could be like our keyword.
Bruh.
All right, chat, backseating is allowed.
Bruh.
One of these days I'm gonna stop having bronchitis. What's my keyword? Bruh, wait, no. B-R-U-H. Bruh. I can do it at the same time, just not as fast, because I'm a bit slow with my ASL. Hold on.
Bruh.
£1, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. I miss doing ASL. I used to be so fast at it. Just want to say you're doing so good. I know I'm not one of the programmers in chat, but we're cheering you on. It takes time to learn, and we all learn things differently, but you got the... Thank you so much! I think that's like the risk you run of learning something new on stream, is having people in your chat being like, this is easy. Why aren't you doing this? And I'm like, that's because today is my first day. That's because this is my first day working at Wendy's, and I need you to be quiet. Hi, Melanie, how are you? You still remember the sign for bullshit? How could you forget? How could you forget this? The ASL sign for bullshit? How could I forget? I can't believe American Sign Language is real. It's so good. It's so perfect. My eyes. Okay, sorry. Let's get this going because I really want to finish this article today so that next week we can start learning new stuff again. Okay, first three multiples. Let's start by creating a function which both prints and returns values. Oh, fuck. For this function, we are going to print out the first three multiples of a number and return the third multiple. This means that we're going to print 1, 2, and 3 times the input number. Oh, so those numbers are going to be fucking big. So it's going to be 1 times num, which will be the same number, and then 2 times num, which will be 2 times that number, and then 3 times num, which is 3 times the second number. For this, we're going to need a few steps. Define the function header to accept one input parameter, print out 1 times num, 2 times num, 3 times num, return the value of 3 times num. Oh, okay. Should print. So it wants it to print them all. Okay. First 3 multiples num colon. Function should print the first 3 multiples of num. But that needs to be, it needs to be stringified because you can't print an integer, right? So I need to stringify it. String, okay. Okay, so what if I did print string num times 1, print string num times 2, print string num times 3, and then return num times 3. I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, so this should be 10, 20, 30, and return 30. And then this will just be 0, 0, 0, 0. Did that work? Yay! Yay! Oh my gosh, that's exactly how I did it! Wait, you don't have to string it? I thought you had to stringify it. Yes, just so you know, just because I can understand it being confusing, you are more than welcome after I figure it out to be like, hey, did you know that there's like an easier way to do this? 100%. After I've like figured out the answer, you can totally be like, hey, just so you know, you can print stringifies it automatically. So I don't even have to do all this. I didn't even have to do all that. I didn't know print strung it. I didn't know print strung it. Print can output basically anything that has a string method, which is most things. I know there was a list thing where you have to like zip it and then string it for it to print properly or something like that. Was just going to say you don't have to stringify it, but you know that now anyway. Thank you. I love sitting here being like, as a programmer, I am trying to stringify it. The issues in those previous tasks was that you were combining both strings and numbers. Which previous task? I already suppressed it in my memory. It's when you're trying, oh my God, you're right. You're thinking of concatenation. You can't add a value into a string that makes like my age is 5. Okay, I'm back down to earth. The shareholders are expecting the stringification before chiming in. Then you stringify the number. Okay, thank you, chat room. I appreciate it. Thank you. Tip. Oh, if you're European, close your ears. Let's say we're going to a restaurant and we decide to leave a tip. We can create a function to easily calculate the amount to tip based on the total cost of food and percentage. This function will accept both of those values as inputs and return the amount of money to tip. In order to do this, we will need a few steps. Okay. This is percentage again. Write your tip function here. Okay. Define tip total percentage. The function should return the amount you should tip given the total and percentage you want to tip. So would it be... total percentage. Okay. I have to pee. We also tip. It's just optional. One time in France, the first time I ever went to France, I went to a cafe by myself and I tried to tip my waitress and she got mad. And I was like, it is my first time in France. I'm so sorry. I did not know. I felt horrible. That's France for you. Yeah, of course she was mean. She was French. I know, that's exactly how she acted. She was like, I am not a charity case. I get paid well. And I was like, oh, fuck, sorry. Fuck. My bad. That was my first time, though. And I was like 19. And I had never been to Europe ever before. So I was like, the American mind cannot comprehend. Okay. Define the function, accept the total cost of food called total and percentage. Calculate the tip amount by multiplying the total and percentage and dividing by 100. Multiplying. Multiplying the total and percentage, dividing by... Return... I'm going to try to be sneaky here. Return total times percentage divided by 100. Will that work? Will it work if I make it one line? Should print 2.5. Should print 0. I did it in one line. I could have made this like 10 lines of code and I did it in one. Yay! That's so cool. I did it even less than they told me I should have done it. Oh, I got a hole in one. So what I was thinking, oh no, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, can't you just add the total and percentage and then times by 100? And I'm realizing now that that's not how that works. I wish I could erase my programming knowledge just to feel what you're feeling again. The thing is, freezing chicken. What I've learned about learning how to program is that I'm either the happiest, most elated I've ever been in my entire life, or I'm suicidal. And there is no in between. There's literally no in between of like, oh yeah, I did it. I'm either like, this is the best day of my life, or I'm like, I have 2 sticks of dynamite in each hand. Iraj, thank you so much for gifting us up to Freezing Chicken. If you guys don't know Freezing Chicken has been around since like I lived in New Zealand. Like has been here since like my first year of streaming. And it's so nice to see you. I hope you're doing really well. I hope your life is thriving. That's all I wish for you. It makes me really happy to see you. Not also, please don't feel bad for not being around. I'm just saying it makes me happy to see you. And I'm glad you're here. Okay. Bong. James Bong. It's time to recreate a famous movie scene through code. Oh, this is cool. Our function is going to concatenate strings together in order to replace James Bond's name with whatever name we want. The input to our function will be 2 strings, one for a first name, another for a last name. The function will return a string consisting of the famous phrase, but replaced with our inputs. To accomplish this, we need to... We're concatenating. It's like they heard. We're concatenating. The programming experience, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm literally a god. I'm so stupid. No. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. No one can touch me. I'm so stupid. Okay. Define the function to accept 2 parameters, concatenate the string on the last name. Concatenate the first name onto the result of the, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Concatenate. Hold on. I have notes on this. I have notes on concatenating. Don't I? You know what, chat? I'm starting to think I should go pee. Something's telling me I should probably go to the bathroom. You know what? Yeah, let's run to the bathroom real quick. Okay, we're back. I looked through my notes for concatenation and I realized it's literally just adding words together. So this should be easy. Welcome back. Thank you. It was a good pee. And I made some more tea. I put on the water heater and then went to the bathroom. And when I was done, I had hot water for some tea. So it was nice. Extra honey. I can't believe you guys still have this emote after all this time. And whoever made the hyper version is a genius. Yeah. Chicken made that emote. We've been using it forever. Of course we still got it. Okay. Write a function named introduction. Introduction. 2 parameters, first name, last name. Okay. Maya Angelou. Okay. The function should return the last name followed by a comma, a space, first name, another space, and finally last name. So could I do, now I'm trying to see if I could do it in one line again. What if I did return, it would be return print, oh shit. Return print last name plus comma plus first name plus last name. I just want to know if this works. If it doesn't, that's okay. But now I'm having fun trying to get it all in one line. Okay. Oh, I needed to put a space. Okay, hold on. Plus, space, plus. Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, sorry. Sorry. Plus, space, plus last name. Okay. But now I have none because it's printing already and I'm trying to print it again. So what if I did return last name plus comma plus first name plus space plus last name? How is this one easier than the last one? What's 4 plus 4? Iraj, I'm mathed out today. I can't do this math stuff anymore. Yay! Dude, it feels so good to not only get it right, but to start doing it in one sentence. 4 plus 4, try it. Dog years. Ooh, let's create a function which calculates a dog's age in dog years. This function will accept the name of the dog, and then it's like times 7, right? Calculate the age of the dog in dog years, return a string describing the dog's age. This will require a few steps. Define the function called dog years, accept name, age, calculate age of dog in dog years, concatenate the string with the dog's name and age in dog years. Return the resulting string. It'd be, yes, 7 years. Okay, some say that every 1 year of a human's life is equivalent to 7 years of a dog's life. Write a function named dog years that has 2 parameters named age. Okay, so dog years, and then the parameters were name and age. The function should compute the age in dog years return the following string. Oh. Let's see. This is my brain trying to figure out if I can do it in one thing. I'm going to try. And I'm going to try it. return name, you are, oh, wait, no. This wouldn't work, would it? Would it? No, it would be name plus you are plus age times 7 plus years old in dog years. Name plus comma space you are space plus age times 7. I'm going to put this in parentheses just to make sure it doesn't think there's like pluses in there. Plus space years old and dog years. This should work, right? Should print Lola, you're 112. Baby, you are 0 years old. Okay. I got too excited. I got too excited. Line 3, in dog years. Return name plus your, okay. Must be string, not int. So can I do string age times 7? Yay! Yay! Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Yay! I didn't even need all those spaces. That makes sense because name would have worked because name was already a string, but age times 7 was a number. So it makes sense that this needed to be string. Got it. Got it. This is the last one. This is the last review thing, and then we're on to the next lesson. We're going to keep learning new stuff. How exciting. Okay, for the final code challenge, we are going to perform multiple mathematical operations. I may not survive this one. We will begin with adding the first 2 inputs, then we will subtract the third and fourth inputs. After that, we will multiply the first result and the second result. Oh, this is not so bad. It's addition and subtraction. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's when they start bringing in like remainders that I'm like, ugh. No, this will be fine. Okay. Define lots of math and needs 4 parameters, right? A, B, C, D. Print the sum of A and B. Print, and you guys said print already strings it. So I could do print sum equals, wait. Oh, print the sum of A and B. Could I do print A plus B? And then print C minus D. And then print the first number printed multiplied by the second number. Oh. I probably want to make variables for this then. I think I want to make this a little more complicated. Okay, I'm going to do this the longer way. So I'm going to do, let's say, AB equals A plus B, print AB, and then CD equals C minus D, print CD. Print the first number printed multiplied by the second number printed. So it would be, I'm going to do MP equals AB times CD, print MB, and then return the third number printed modulo A. Modulo A? Third number, okay. Return MB modulo A. Oh, Jesus Christ. Should print 3, -1, -3, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Print MB. Name MB is not defined. Oh, I should have. Oh, I could just change this to MB. This is going to be my downfall of Python, is my typos. I make so many typos. First equals A plus B. Second equals C minus D. Third oh, and then you could have printed them after. Oh. This is interesting. This is cleaner than the way I did it, I think. Cool. We did our review. It's the downfall of every programmer. My downfall is like forgetting, like accidentally putting a space where one shouldn't be. Same thing really just looks nicer. Yeah, I think so. My dumbass was like, how do I make this? How do I make this into one line, which was a nightmare. I'm so happy we finished that. We did it. We're over halfway. We're over halfway. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Hi, Bubba. Don't come up here. You need to leave me alone sometimes. Okay. So I'm not going to start strings today, but I do want to read what the introduction is. Oh, not semicolons. Introduction to strings. Words and sentences are fundamental to how we communicate. So it follows that we'd want our computers to be able to work with words and sentences as well. Wait, what? Wasn't this the very first lesson I did? No? What was the first lesson I did? Strings, string method, wait. Hello world. Oh. No, I guess it wasn't. Oh, they're gonna go in depth with strings. Okay. Because this looks so familiar. I felt like I'd done this before. The way we store something like a word, a sentence, or even a whole paragraph is a string. A sequence of characters contained within a pair of single quotes. String is a sequence of characters contained within a pair of single quotes or double quotes. I learned this already. This part I learned. We'll save this for next week. I would rather save it for next week than do like half and half between the weeks because I'm worried I'll forget. So I think we'll save this all for next week. I'm just so happy we got through all the review stuff. You know, they're about to start doing fancy stuff with string. Ooh, exciting. As long as I'm not doing math, I don't care. I picked the wrong hobby to learn. But yeah, we'll start this up next week. I'm so excited to get back to learning new stuff. I'm really glad I got to review everything I'd learned. But now that I'm done reviewing, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back to taking notes. I'm ready to go back to learning new stuff. So this was really fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry for my salty attitude earlier. I do get really frustrated whenever I tell people like a million times don't give me the answer and they give it to me anyway. So sorry for being a little cranky. Thanks for being patient with me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.